In terms of what are the needs of waste picker organization. So if you look at majority of waste pickers when they started working, it's still largely focused on recyclable and reusable material. But there is a growing need which waste pickers across the world understand that we need to have some other opportunities, alternative livelihoods, and they also look at waste management as a place because of the expertise, because of the expertise of centuries of work in waste management, that they think that organic waste management is a natural direction to take to get better livelihoods. Now, what are the needs? So a lot of waste picker organizations that I know about, especially from India, from Latin America, and from Philippines, who are working on organic waste management. And they have very, very specific needs and challenges that need to be rectified so that we can have better systems. And what are those needs? Let me highlight. One of the things that we definitely need in place is the stability of waste collection contracts. That if you bring in waste collection contracts over a period of time, say for 5 years or 10 years, that's when organic waste management works better.
Paris Agreement is great as a framework, but after 10 years, we need to talk about implementation. And that is exactly what methane is helping us to do, to bring the attention to the waste sector and why waste is responsible of 20% of the methane emissions and landfills are hotspot of that emissions. And we can detect that emissions from remote sense data. So we don't need to wait for inventories or anything else. We can see that emissions and from satellites and other technologies. And what is interesting is that we can work on improve the operation of the landfills. That is not enough, though, because organic waste decays very quickly in the landfills, right? So we have the problem there, we need to solve the problem there, but we also need to work on prevention and recovery as we were talking, right? And why? Because we can improve the health of our soils and also generate incomes to our communities, families, and generating jobs, which is exactly what we are talking about at this COP.
I think Brazil is in a really good direction right now. Of course, we still have a lot to do because most of the solid waste collected in the municipalities still go to landfills and dumps. But we already had like such good histories, successful cases, not only in the cities, but also some local lead solutions that it's like operated by waste pickers and communities. We had cities that had already implemented public policies, decrees, composting laws that have ambitious goals in diverting organic from landfills by home composting, decentralized and centralizing composting facilities. And actually here, like in Belém right now, we had implemented the first public composting center with the support of Global Methane Hub, the City Hall, and a lot of other partners. And this center is the first one in the city that it's gonna treat not only the compostable organics from COP, but also to the city, so it become a legacy, and it's completely operated by waste pickers. So yeah, I think we are in a really good way.
Waste pickers have been historically the heroes in waste valorization. This time it's not different. Waste produces 20% of the methane emissions worldwide, and food waste, it's mostly within being the responsible for that. Nowadays, waste pickers have the great opportunity to really also tap on that great valorization opportunity by doing door-to-door collection, going for food waste and loss avoidance. We have seen now, and we are developing business models in different parts of Latin America. We have at least 7 countries where waste pickers are already developing their infrastructure, their knowledge, and their capacity so that they are able to tackle this problem. They are at the forefront, not only in the landfills and dump sites, where historically it has been their place to work. They also are now doing door-to-door collection assets. They are doing waste valorization in composting areas, in street markets, and also bulk markets. They are key strategies that we can make to work together with municipalities, with local governments, and also with neighborhood councils. They all need support. They need to be giving the space and enable conditions so that the waste pickers can really act upon, and they can have the infrastructure, the capacity building, and the labor conditions that they need and they deserve. They have to be recognized.